It is a special day in North Central Florida. Two communities geographically so close, but culturally so far apart and so different. Just this one day every year, the UF student body and the Gainesville residents come together to celebrate their shared heritage. And this year's special, we're celebrating 100th for the 100th time, and UF has just risen to the top of the ranks as the #1 public university. For this homecoming parade, I'm Jacob Sasse.
And I'm Kennedy Mason, and thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday in Gainesville, Florida. We are so excited to be hosting you guys, and it is, like Jacob said, the 100th year. First, we just want to thank the UF Alumni Association for being our sponsor. Now, behind me, the atmosphere, it's picking up. There's definitely a lot of people out rocking their orange and blue.
Yeah, certainly, but that's not the only atmosphere we're going to be worried about. If you're doing anything around Gainesville this homecoming weekend, you're going to be worried about the atmosphere above us, too. So WUFT's Dara Getter is here with our forecast to give us a look of our homecoming weekend skies. Dara.
So it's feeling a little bit hot out here. I know I'm already starting to sweat, but we do have an occasional light breeze coming to cool us down from the north. Now we are looking at a cold front approaching, so that's going to drop temperatures Sunday morning to the 40s and 50s. Right now we're just going to have to deal with these above average temperatures, but I'm here with my friends out here at the 100th homecoming parade. What are y'all's names?
I'm Edward.
I'm Jenna.
And so is this your first parade? Fifth parade?
Yes.
It's my first parade too.
This is my second parade, but
Okay. So what float are you excited to see most?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what floats are going by today, but I'm excited to see all of them.
Okay. Also, am I the only one sweating out here?
Yeah, it's really hot
Okay.
out.
Pretty hot,
Yeah. Was it this hot last year?
I don't remember,
Okay.
honestly.
I'm going to send it back to you, Kennedy and Jacob.
Thank you so much, Dara. It's so great to see other people getting in on the act here. And yes, it definitely is a little bit hot.
Definitely.
Well, this year's celebration is actually a little bit more special than years past. Kennedy?
Yes, Jacob, it is. This year marks the 100th homecoming parade, as we said before, and Gator Growl celebration. So we're going to toss it to WUFT's reporter, Lauren Miranda, who's going to take a walk down memory lane to see how the parade has evolved through the years.
And with drum majors David Brooker and Les Smith.
For over a century now, the University of Florida has been painting the town orange and blue to welcome alumni back home. The first homecoming parade was celebrated in 1916, led by the Fightin' Gator Marching Band. In 1923, a group of dedicated alumni organized Gator Growl to bring the Gator community back together.
Florida Blue Key is the oldest leadership honorary in the state of Florida. So ever since its creation in the early 1920s, they've kind of been tasked with hosting UF's homecoming. It kind of evolved from hosting a Dad's Day into what Homecoming Gator Growl is today.
Throughout the decades, homecoming events have evolved with the university. The homecoming leadership pageant was first a beauty pageant. Even though the floats and displays may not be as elaborate as they used to, some things truly never change, like the passion and pride of being part of the Gator Nation. Some lost UF traditions you might not have known about. The swimcapades were an entertainment spectacle that began in the 1940s, involving student divers and synchronized swimmers to showcase student talent. And although the centennial year's Gator Growl headliner might be an A-list talent, previous Gator Growls used to highlight student groups that would play instruments, sing, dance, and even perform comedy skits. UF has won 71 out of 99 homecoming football games in the Swamp. No matter how you joined this year, Gators from all generations are welcome to be a part of the parade and represent the greater Gainesville community.
It's been really cool to kind of show how the Gator kind of experience is throughout the lifetime. It doesn't just end after the 4 years of college.
Lauren Miranda, WUFT News.
You know, I've been coming to this parade for so long, and I'm really surprised to see all those traditions. I mean, it's mind-blowing how much it can change over the years.
It's true. You know, I really like the part about synchronized swimming. I think that's really cool. I personally have synchronized swam before
Really?
In high school. Yes, and it's really cool. So that would be a cool tradition to bring back for sure.
Right.
You know, those traditions are so important to the university, but what's truly special is the memories made being a UF alumni.
That's right. WUFT's Bailey Kornick actually spoke with 3 UF alumni who tell her why they believe it's great to be a Florida Gator.
Welcome to the swamp. I am standing right here in the heart of Gator Nation, but I've learned memories are made long before you walk beyond these walls. I spoke to 3 alum, all Gainesville residents, who show us just why it's great to be a Florida Gator.
3 women, 2 generations, 1 Gator Nation. Dr. Joanne Roberts first graduated in 1970, then 2 times over, making her a triple Gator. She lights up what she calls the Gator Room. It's an office full of UF memories, but at 78 years old, she is more school spirit than ever.
There's definitely a strong connection between the university and all it has to offer retired people like myself.
The streets that I run through and drive through all day, every day, you know, kind of transform this week into be truly just all about the Gators.
Christy Williams, a 2005 grad, has celebrated Florida homecoming her entire life.
I was born here and raised here for so many years, you know, so I think that this has just been ingrained in who we are.
Her favorite memories?
No, there's probably way too many.
But Loesch Beeland, a 1970 grad, takes a blast into the past to recall her standout favorite.
Everybody was looking around at each other like, what is this music? This is really weird.
She said the Beatles had just released an album. The sounds of it filled the stadium back in 1969. But this year, she looks forward to the big game.
Oh, poor Vanderbilt.
The game will unfold very shortly here, and rest assured, current Gators and Gainesville residents will fill these seats, coming together as one community. Homecoming weekend proves being a Gator is much more than what's inside the university walls. In the swamp, Bailey Kornick, WUFT News.
So cool. That actually reminds me of my next door neighbor. I'm going to shout him out. Bill Feinberg, also known in the community as Wild Bill or Pizza Bill. His house looks just like that, full of Gator memorabilia. So it's so cool to see all the school spirit. And it's so cool to see all the traditions and memories that people have. Like, my experience in Gainesville has been so unique, and this town is so vibrant that everybody has their own little piece of Gainesville in their heart.
It's true, Jacob. And the education at this institution provides students and alumni so many opportunities. This institution always ranks high in education, and this year we ranked #1 in public university by the Wall Street Journal.
We're going to tell you a little bit about that in a moment, but first we've got a look at our sports. Of course, why else would we be here? The homecoming game is, of course, tomorrow, so we're going to toss it over to WUFT's Christina Santiago, who has a preview of this game.
In the midst of a challenging season, Coach Billy Napier emphasizes the importance of the Gators finding their footing.
We control our actions and we control our attitude, right? We play Vanderbilt Saturday at 4 o'clock. It's our next opportunity, and that's what we're focused on.
Following a tough road loss to the University of Kentucky, where they fell 33-14, the Gators find themselves looking to push forward at the Swamp. This defeat marked their 3rd consecutive loss in the series, a first in 72 years. Running back Montrell Johnson Jr. shared a reoccurring theme for the Gators this season. This team struggles with execution.
I feel like the games that we lost, it was us beating ourselves. It was nothing that the opponent did. It was just execution issues, stuff like that, and things that we had to fix on.
Last year's matchup against Vanderbilt ended in a 31-24 loss for the Gators, a game which execution played a big part. As the Gators prepare for their upcoming battle against Vanderbilt, those past challenges are a reminder of the obstacle they must overcome to continue down the road of redemption. Johnson expressed his readiness for this upcoming game, emphasizing his preparedness no matter who carries the ball.
I'm prepared for it. It doesn't matter who gets the ball. I'm prepared for it. I'm saying. I'm nervous right now. I'm gonna lie.
The Florida Gators, with a 3-2 record, aim to secure a much-needed win in the SEC. Key factors that need to be addressed include handling Vanderbilt's QBs, capitalizing on Vanderbilt's weak pass defense, and of course, utilizing their home advantage at the Swamp.
Christina Santiago.
And I'm Talia Baya.
And welcome to sports.
And
Gator Nation is preparing to kick off an exciting SEC matchup against Vanderbilt tomorrow at 4 p.m. Talia, what are your expectations?
You know, Christina, I think the Gators defense need to come out with a bang, especially since Vanderbilt's offense has been looking pretty good this season.
And speaking of offense, Gator star running back Trevor Etienne might not be playing in tomorrow's game due to an injury, and he is a key factor in that Gator offense. However, I'm still pretty confident in those Gators. What do you think the final score will be?
Although we have some players out or uncertain, I'm going to have to stick with the Gators. 28-24. And after all, it is homecoming week, so I think the Swamp will bring the energy.
I agree with you, Talia, because I really think that Vanderbilt will not be able to handle that Gator growl. Back to you guys.
Thank you
so
guys.
Much. That was so much fun.
So much fun. Thank you, Christina and Talia. We absolutely love it. And as I said, this public institution always ranks high in education. We ranked #1 in public university in the Wall Street Journal this year.
But as WUFT's Rafael de los Santos tells us, this year is special, #1. And we want to hear about some of the academic opportunities that are available to those students.
In Gainesville, homecoming is a cherished time of the year, a sort of Gators Christmas for students, staff, and alumni celebrating the University of Florida. This year's parade is special, marking 100 years of tradition as the Orange and Blue faithful lend a cheer to being ranked the #1 university by the Wall Street Journal.
Nearly 89,000 fans on any given Saturday on a campus of over 50,000 students. But for Shannon Sawtell, the journey to #1 was personal.
I was shocked. I was here the day we were top 5.
Just a year after cracking that top 5 rank, and the University of Florida sits first among the Wall Street Journal's rankings of public universities.
That was so meaningful, and really just to be here when we were still #1. The 5th year was worth it, and glad I stayed around.
Inside one of UF's engineering labs, the news didn't come as a surprise to the Subjugator team.
I kind of always knew that UF is great.
The crew of mechanical engineering students specialize in submarine drone making, utilizing the university's powerful artificial intelligence programs in the process.
It makes it feel like I'm in a place that is incredibly efficient at helping students.
An efficiency that extends beyond the classroom and into the university's focus on a renovated student experience.
I've been looking forward to getting the tap to get into the gym and to get food ever since they announced it. I was on the forefront of trying to get in on that. I was very happy to hear about that, and I'm involved in 2 research labs, both of which are moving to the new building. Having access to that space and those resources is just going to be immensely helpful. I see that as being an essential part of being a #1 university.
For some, it's the resources.
It actually makes me feel prouder for this university. The transportation services are basically free. The library is 24/7. Just feel proud about this university, and me getting accepted into such prestigious university is also one of the best things that can happen to me.
Blow your horn. Because the Gators are
#1. #1.
Número 1.
Ek number.
Ashik.
Número 1.
It is so great to hear the Gator Band and feel that sense of pride, just the way we feel the same pride about being a #1 public institution. And that's really what this university is in a nutshell. But let's bring it right back to today. The parade is just about to get started right behind us. And of course, we're going to have to hope the skies hold up.
Yeah, we're going to toss it to WUFT's forecaster, Dara Getter, to give you a little recap of what the weather is looking like this weekend.
The sun's hiding behind the clouds right now, so it's feeling a little bit less hot. And then we have a little light breeze that's coming in from the north, also keeping it a lot less hot than what we saw earlier. Now, I know a lot of us saw overcast this morning, and we thought it was going to rain, but it's not. We just had a lot of dense fog. Now we're looking at partly cloudy skies for the majority of the day and above normal temperatures, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a light sprinkle. We got the bike riders going past us right now, and I have my friend Beatrice here with me. Beatrice, is this your first homecoming parade?
No, actually this is my second.
Okay, what float are you excited to see the most?
I don't know. I just like to see the cheerleaders. I love seeing the band. I think I come from Chile. We don't have marching bands. That's great. So it's really exciting to see the band. For me, it's the best part of the parade.
Yeah, this is my first time. You got me excited to see this band. I know I'm a little bit hot right now. I'm not the only one sweating, right? We're both out here sweating.
It's Gainesville. I feel like I am a sweat/person.
Enough said. So I'm going to send it back to you, Kennedy and Jacob.
Thanks so much. And if you're just tuning in, we are standing by for the start of the 100th UF Homecoming Parade. I'm Jacob Sadesi.
And I'm Kennedy Mason. The crowds are going pretty crazy. We're so excited. Those sirens from the cops are about to go off. It's going to be loud. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be great.
And
Just like it's great to be a Florida Gator.
That's right. Those sirens are how we traditionally know that the parade is getting ready to start. And as soon as we hear that, we're going to take it right over to that. But while we're still here and still waiting on things to get started, Kennedy, I want to talk about how you're feeling. What are you looking forward to this parade?
Yes. Well, I always look forward to the UF Surf Club float. It's amazing every
classic.
year. It's just incredible. I'm also a member of Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority, so I am excited to see their float. I know they've been working hard on it. What about you, Jacob?
Well, I'm particularly excited to see the PK Young Blue Wave Marching Band. I actually went to middle and high school there, and I was part of the marching band. I believe the band director, Jamie Berg, is still there, so shout out to her. And yeah, even when I was in middle school, I marched with them a couple of times and played some of the football games. And so it's really cool to see, you know, my school represented in this parade. And I believe we're just getting ready to get started. As you can see here, people are lining up on the streets. It is heating up. It is getting louder noticeably behind us right now. And yeah, it's getting ready to kick off.
It is. People are here from all across the country, both students and alum alike, as well as people that live in Gainesville. As we mentioned earlier, this is the day when the Gainesville community and the University of Florida come together for one day.
Yes, and this is, of course, a great way for alumni to come back together, and we want to give a brief mention to our sponsor, the UF Alumni Association. This would not be possible without them.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. We are so excited. And the cops are about to come, and the sirens are about to go off.
Yeah, so let's go for it. It's official now. If you are just tuning in, we are getting ready for the homecoming parade to roll out, and it is not just any homecoming parade, it is the 100th homecoming parade. I'm Jacob Sadesi.
And I'm Kennedy Mason. We are your hosts for today's UF Homecoming Parade. We are so excited that you are joining us live. Now we have Jeanette Glover here with us. Hi, thank you so much for being here with us. So first, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your role for those who do not know.
Absolutely. So I'm Jeanette Glover. I have the honor and privilege of serving as one of our associate vice presidents. So really focused on career and integrative learning. So really excited to be here. Part of my job is supposed to help our students and alumni when we think about career outcomes and opportunities to be able to connect with the Gator Nation, but then also this idea of what we're doing in the classroom as well as outside of the classroom to help our students to be ready for the future work.
That's right, and UF has been recently ranked, of course, as we all know, #1 among public institutions by the Wall Street Journal, and a key component to this is related to the student outcomes after graduation. So can you tell us quickly a little bit about that? I believe we're getting started back here, but can you tell us a little bit about that as we go in?
Absolutely. So part of that ranking could not be done without the University of Florida community. So we have faculty and staff who are working in the classroom to make sure that our students are ready for greater contributions in work, citizenship, and life. So having opportunities such as undergraduate research, internships, volunteer and leadership opportunities that are happening, and then also a host of student involvement activities as well. So we're getting them ready for that. We also can say alumni are a huge component of that. So being able to connect with our alumni and employers. Just a couple weeks ago, we had over 500 employers here to be able to support our students with jobs, internships, and opportunities.
That's amazing. We're going to hear more about those opportunities in a minute, but the parade is getting kicked off behind us if you can't hear it. So we're going to take it there for just a few minutes, and then we're going to return with Jeanette Glover. Thank you again for being here. Let's watch.
Yes, you mentioned UF alumni engagement as well. You know, we have Gators everywhere with about 500,000 everywhere globally, you know. So how has the university continued to prioritize UF alumni engagement?
Absolutely. So alumni are a huge component to what we do here at the University of Florida, and that's what makes the Gator Nation everywhere and takes it to the next level. The Career Center, we've been partnered with UAA, University Alumni Association. Alumni have lifetime access to career services, but alumni have been key partners in making sure our students are able to find jobs and internships. So we have an online platform for professional development, Gator Network, where the alumni are engaged and connected, and it's a whole community involvement just to be able to support.
I really want to make sure we're able to hear you, and it's about to get loud, so we're going to take it back for a second to the parade and the action going on behind us.
Yes, absolutely. So as you can see, the sirens just went off. They just made their rounds, and here they come back up University Avenue. This is a tradition that has been a part of the parade for a long time. All right, we are going to take it back here at the anchor desk. So are there any professional development or networking opportunities available to UF alumni and students currently?
Absolutely. So as I shared, the Gator Nation, we are all about helping and supporting each other. We have Gator Network, which is our online professional development community for all Gators, students and alumni, for those professional connections. So our Gator clubs are highly involved in that. We also have alumni board member leadership involved and connected to making sure not only that our students have jobs, but we also have the connection so that our alumni, as they think about re-careering, changing jobs, professional development opportunities. So there's a lot of partnership and collaboration. We wouldn't have been number one without the support of faculty and staff and alumni, as well as our industry partners who see the value of hiring, recruiting, and just continuing to take the Gator Nation everywhere. So yeah.
Yeah, so obviously being part of this institution, it's got to feel a little bit special being in control of these students' destinies. So like, what's your favorite part of this job, and you know, what makes it really special for you about helping students find their futures?
Well, I can say no 2 days are alike, but I think the connections that we have with our industry partners and that our work is so integrated. UF would not be number one again without faculty, staff, students, alumni, and employers working together. So when students come in to the university, we're thinking about their future and how they'll be successful. And then it's through the integration of those opportunities by allowing our students to get involved from the first day and then continuing that effort and activity of incorporating employers, students, opportunities, and helping them to be able to talk about how their skill sets are relevant and relatable to the future that they need.
Absolutely. Well, we are about to be UF alumni, so we will definitely be heading your way.
Absolutely.
I heard that you went here for undergrad
Yes.
and got your master's in
Yes.
management. So tell me, have you been to the parade? What are your
Absolutely.
experience been like? And how does it feel being back now working here?
I love it. So I have worked here for 18 years, and once the Gator, as you know, it's a lifetime. Homecoming, Gator football is always something that's near and dear to my heart. I'm excited about the parade. I'm able to bring my goddaughter here this year to be able to celebrate with us. And so it's a UF tradition and opportunity to be involved. We were on the Plaza of the Americas where they had activities for family and kids, lots of cotton candy, food trucks. So it's been a great experience. Really excited.
That's awesome.
Not to make you date yourself, but can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit about what homecoming was like back when you were a student and how it's changed?
Oh, it's still the excitement. I mean, the technology is the thing, I think the biggest thing of being able to change, but I think the camaraderie, the community, I mean, our roads were a little different, right? North-South Drive versus Gale Liberon when we think about campus, and the route was different too. So the route going up University and through campus, it's all a little different, but the same spirit and the excitement is there.
Yes, absolutely. It just feels so great to be here. I mean, the
It
excitement
does.
truly is incredible. you are also the assistant of the American Heart
Yes.
Association for Latino Division. So this is a day where the University of Florida and the Gainesville community really come together. So how did your role kind of impact the Gainesville community?
Absolutely. Well, I can always say the University of Florida and the Gainesville community have always had a very close relationship when we think about our town and gown involvement. UF is an integral part, as well as the city and the surrounding communities. And so how I even got connected to the Career Center was that there was a intentional partnership by the Career Center and the university to support companies to be able to hire our students for jobs and internships. So over 20 years ago, I remember receiving faxes of resumes, so talk about technology again,
Wow.
of students who wanted to intern and work with the American Heart Association.
Wow.
And it's through that collaboration that I got more interested to understand how I could give back as an alumni, but also stay connected. So fast forward 18 years from there, and I've been here with the career services and also expanding the reach of what we do as an institution to integrate career and lifelong success in everything we do.
Absolutely.
And that was Jeanette Glover. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being
Thank
here. I hope you
you.
enjoy your day, and
I
thank you for
will.
spending a little bit of it with us.
Absolutely
Yes,
enjoyed
thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Enjoy the parade.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
We're going to take you back to the parade for a little bit and tell you what is going on.
Yeah, so it is lively here at the parade right now.
The police have just finished passing us. It feels like every time we started the interview back up, they came right behind us.
I know. But I think they were still able to hear us, hopefully.
We are
And
starting with the Billy Mitchell drill team, actually, and behind that is the UF Navy Reserve Officer Training Corps.
Yes, absolutely. They are coming down now.
It is so surreal to be a part of this. I can't even help but just turn around.
I know,
So if you catch
Jacob.
me, I'm sorry.
And for those of you who don't know, Jacob is from the Gainesville area. He's
Yeah.
lived here his whole life, so
This parade plays a very special role in my life. I've been here so many times, and of course the route was a little bit different until just a few years ago when it switched from University Avenue to coming up 13th. So many of my family pictures were on the side of the road there, and yeah.
And we have behind us Albert and Alberta. They are some of my favorites. You know, Jacob, I actually got to meet them a few times. I sang the national anthem at the UF baseball games.
That's right.
Yes, and they are always there to greet me. I know they're just a fan favorite of everybody's here, students and alumni. And we have Ben Sasse, who
Is
is
actually
our
coming out here?
Yes, he is the president of the University of Florida, 13th president of this 170-year-old university.
I just watched him give someone he's giving a small child a fist bump and her mother. I'm hoping we can get some video of that for
And
you
we
in
have
just a
Keith
second.
Perry.
He is one of our state senators for the Alachua County area.
And he is on a very cool car.
And State Rep Chuck Brannon now coming up after Senator Perry. Followed by Yvonne Hayes Hinson, who is one of our state representatives as well.
And following her, we have Mayor Harvey Ward, who
we're actually going to hear from in a moment.
Yes, you may be hearing from here at our desk. He is rocking his orange and blue and giving us that Gator chomp. Go Gators, Harvey Ward. Thank you, Mayor Harvey Ward, for all you do.
And now we have Anna Prizia, who is on the Alachua County Commission.
And look at this crowd. We still have Ben Sasse walking up and down, fist bumping people. I know if I was fist bumped, it would be awesome.
Now we have Gainesville Fire Rescue coming up behind us. As the name would imply, they do provide emergency services for the city of Gainesville, and they're actually joined by the UF golf team. Wow, it is so loud. I warned you earlier about the atmosphere, and I know we were talking about the weather, but definitely the atmosphere with the fans is unreal.
Absolutely. Wow. It's loud.
I can hardly hear myself think. We're actually now being treated to the homecoming court.
We have 8 members on the homecoming court. One is WUFT's forecaster, Julia Haley. There she is.
Oh, and this is Taylor Fishman. She actually used to work with WUFT. She taught me how to direct newscasts. And oh, here we go. Is that Julia? Yes, it is.
It is Julia. There she gives us a wave, and that's Azad next to her.
Julia is so fabulous. She was actually going to join us today as our forecaster, and then she found out she was on the homecoming court, and we are, of course, so happy to see her.
Yes, and Jacob, last night at Gator Growl, they announced the 2023 UF Homecoming King and Queen. That is Joseph Rinville and Naomi Rosenberg. Huge congratulations to both of you. I know that is such a huge honor, and they had to compete for this. They had the leadership pageant, as mentioned earlier, that has been through very historical. And after they compete, they pick the homecoming court, and then the king and queen are announced at Gator Growl every year.
And behind them is Miss UF Paris Richardson. She looks absolutely fabulous with a crown or a tiara on her head. Now all that is followed by the High Springs Police Department, Gainesville Fire Rescue, of course, so many of our important emergency services and first responder officials from the North Central Florida area, all coming out to represent our community
and
show their
on
support.
Top of that truck, we have the Gator cheer team, who I absolutely love. They have so much spirit. They are such a big part of the UF football games, which so many of us love.
So actually, behind the cheer team, we have the executive body for the UF student government. We have student body president Olivia Green, joined by student body vice president Clara Calavia, as well as the student body treasurer Nyla Pierre.
And behind that, here comes the Dazzlers.
They are so fabulous. My mom used to always want me to get pictures with them after every game. I used to love going to basketball ever since I was a kid, and they would always be there.
Yes, they are the UF dance team. They are awesome, and they come out during halftime during every game and give us a show.
Now continuing on with our first responders, we have more Alachua County Fire Rescue, followed by UF Health's brand new mobile stroke treatment unit. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of the first of its kind.
And this is another Alachua County Fire Rescue car coming down University Avenue. They started at 13th Street. They're going down University Avenue, and they will go toward the downtown area. And we continue with UF Health. This is amazing. This float is so cool. Look at that big gator. That is incredible.
UF Health, of course, provides really important medical services to our community, and they are a part of our institution. So it is really great to see them out representing. And now we're being followed by the Gator Band. So we're actually going to keep our mouths shut for a minute and let you listen to the beautiful sounds. for those of you all who are just joining us, this is the 100th UF Homecoming Parade brought to you by WUFT-TV as well as the UF Alumni Association. I'm Jacob Sadesi.
And I'm Kennedy Mason. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful day.
We just got to hear the beautiful sounds of the UF Gator Band behind us. And speaking of sound, we are now joined by WUFT-FM's Glenn Richards. Glenn, it is so great to be live with you again. For those of you all again who don't know or don't listen, I anchored the news on Morning Edition on WUFT-FM for so long. So Glenn, it's a nice little reunion here.
It's good to see you, Jacob. Hi, Kennedy.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, hi, Kennedy. It is so fabulous out here today. And of course, as I mentioned, our local viewers will know you as the voice of Morning Edition, our morning drive show on WUFT-FM. But what other roles do you have at the station?
Well, believe it or not, my primary role is operations coordinator. So in charge of making sure that the programming is where it belongs and that it gets on the air through the automation system and all those kind of quirks and things get worked out and sorted out and that we stay on the air. And if not, then I call an engineer.
Yeah.
But that, and also happy to be the host for WUFT Amplified on WUFT-TV and GHQ. Been doing that. This is our first season, and we're in the middle of taping a new season, which will be next year, the beginning of the year. So, and then whatever else.
Yeah.
Somebody needs a bottle of water, they call me.
Well, I remember last year, actually, you gave us a sneak peek of Amplified, and so now it's actually going out. And so it's so cool to be able to follow that along. And I wanted to pick your brain a little bit more about the morning edition duties. I remember when I did it, it's so special to be able to join people with such an intimate format, the radio. You're speaking directly to someone. And it's a special part of the day, the morning drive, as you're getting ready to go to work and begin with all these new possibilities. How does that feel to you, and what significance does that have to you?
Well, not to sound hyperbolic, but I mean, it's kind of a sacred trust and a great honor and responsibility to be there when people wake up and get them going in the morning, get them informed what they missed overnight, any important breaking news stories of the day, and make sure they get to work or school on time or wherever they're going on time with time and weather and what can they expect out of the day. So it's a lot of fun to do that and interact with the news anchors and every now and again, this week I got to interview Steve Inskeep about his new book. So
that is so cool.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and I take it very seriously, and I really appreciate the comments that I get from people. It's a little weird. Hey, I wake up with you every morning, and it's like, okay, thanks. Or I take a shower with you, and like, alrighty then.
Funny.
Yeah,
I love it.
But it's great. It's really
what
nice.
is WUFT-FM mean to the Gainesville community? I know you kind of just touched on that. People say, I shower with you. But, what kind of stories really impact these people, and what are the stories being told?
Well, obviously, local stories that are happening in the community and in the surrounding region. I mean, we touch like 19 counties. So it's a huge responsibility to make sure that we're getting out into the community and telling those stories, finding those stories, hearing from people in the community what they want to know about, the stories that they would like to have told. So constantly doing that, and also training young journalists in how to, carry forward. So we, just celebrated our 42nd anniversary on the air for WUFT-FM. Wow. So we're looking forward to another 40.
Absolutely, that's incredible. Well, we're going to take it back to the parade for just a minute to see what floats are coming our way.
Thank you, Glenn. There for all 6 years, and then I ended up going to PK Young after that, which is part of the university, not ACPS, but ACPS did provide the amazing school lunches for us.
Wow, that's incredible, and we just love Alachua County Public Schools. Now we are going to toss it to WUFT's reporter Reagan Shepard, who is with someone who's excited to be here.
What's up, everyone? I'm Reagan Shepard down here on 13th Street with Blake Chambers. He's a Gainesville native, born and raised, attends Mercer University in Macon, Georgia, but came back specifically for homecoming weekend. Tell me, what is this like for you to be here today?
It is so amazing. You know, I just love the atmosphere. I love all the people who show up. Everybody in Gainesville makes a contribution. This parade has been around for over 100 years, and it just defines what Gainesville really is as a community.
Absolutely. Blake actually had the opportunity to sit in on Billy Napier's talk show last night. Talk to me a little bit about what that experience was like.
Billy Napier is probably one of the most enthusiastic people you're ever going to meet. You know, he's always composed, he's calm, he's energetic. You know, he's trying to figure things out still. You know, this is a whole brand new Florida team compared to last year, but I think he's adjusting, and I think he's going to do well the rest of the season.
So tell me, it seems like you know a little bit about how the game works. What are you looking for with the Florida team this weekend?
Really, I'm looking for a lot of improvement, you know, defensively and offensively. You know, I really love the way we made strides already since last year, but basically looking for the little details that are going to matter every game of the season.
Amazing, amazing. Is there anything else you want to say to fans out there about homecoming weekend?
Just enjoy it, have fun, and go Gators.
Go Gators.
Thank you so much, Reagan. We are still on the homecoming parade.
Yes, we are.
And we're still with Glenn Richards from WUFT-FM. So I wanted to ask you just one more question.
Sure.
We mentioned, of course, WUFT Amplified. I know that's something you're really passionate about.
Sunday
with
nights
music.
at 10:30, right before Austin City Limits on WUFT-TV.
All right, perfect.
There you go.
And I know you have previously taught UF's rock and roll history class and Amplified as well. So music has a big role in what you do. So
a little bit.
Tell us a little bit about that role and kind of its importance in your life. And also, do you have any game day songs that you listen to?
Well, music is important to me. I got into radio because I thought it'd be a great way to get paid to listen to music. I'm fortunate enough to still be doing radio a little bit differently, but music is still a big part of my life. And being in Gainesville with the rich history that all the musicians that emanate from this, you know, a College of Journalism alumni, Johnny Tillotson back in the early 60s, Poetry in Motion, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, two members of the Eagles, Stephen Stills, you know, it goes on and on, Less Than Jake, Radon, Against Me, so many great bands that come out of here over the decades. So it's really nice to be a part of that continuing scene.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank
and my
you.
game day song would probably be Tom Petty. Hello.
Yes, of course. Won't back
down, right?
It's the best.
Mine is Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
That's a
I
good one, too.
always hear that one at the Gator games. So
that or Less Than Jake's version of the Gator fight.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yep. Well, thank you so much, James, for joining us today. We were so happy that we were able to have you. Glenn, sorry.
Kennedy, it's fine.
Not gonna let you
Jacob,
get away
good to
with
see
that
you.
one.
James is coming
Good
up.
to see
I'm so sorry. And we are going to take it back to the parade.
We've got the GHS band and cheer team here. I believe I'm technically zoned for GHS, so this could have been me.
They are rocking their purple and their pom-poms.
The first thing I hear whenever these bands play is the percussion. As I mentioned before, I played percussion, so I feel it in my heart.
All right, we are going to take it over to WUFT reporter Sarah Sowers. Sarah.
Hello and happy 100 years of the homecoming parade. My name is Sarah Sowers and I'm here with my friend Lewis. And tell us, What are you feeling?
I'm feeling so excited. I'm a senior, but it's my first parade, and it has not disappointed in any shape or form.
And what brought you to the parade today?
Actually, my freshman year roommate is on homecoming court, so I wanted to go see him, and it was so fun. I'm very, very happy to be here.
Yeah, we are having such a fun and festive time here, and it seems like everyone is just in such great spirits.
100 years!
100 years. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Sarah and Lewis. And we both know Lewis,
Yes,
so it's so
we
good to see
do.
him out there.
Yes.
If you're just tuning in, this is still the UF 100th Homecoming Parade. I'm Jacob Sadesi.
And I'm Kennedy Mason. Thank you so much for being here with us on this beautiful day in Gainesville, Florida. We are here with James Gadsby. Thank you so much for being here. So first, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for those who don't know.
Thank you so much, Kennedy and Jacob. Appreciate you all having me. Go Gators.
Yes, go
We're
Gators.
excited to be here on the 100th anniversary of homecoming in Gator Growl. But my role today is as immediate past president of the UF Alumni Association Board of Directors. It's been an honor to serve in that capacity. We just watched our current president, Barbie Tillman, go by in the parade, so that's always exciting. But it's a joy to be here with you all today.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here
Yeah,
with
of course.
us.
So obviously, like, being part of this place has to be special for you. You've spent so long here, and you met your wife here while performing on campus at the Orange and Brew Pub. Can you give us the full story on that?
Yeah. So my amazing wife, Elizabeth, and I just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary, and we're just so grateful for the opportunity we had as students here at UF. We met in the Rights Union. She was helping lead a talent night for Residence Hall Week, and I was drummer in a band, and the rest is history, as they say. We got engaged at her commencement in the O'Connell Center, so UF has always been special to us. We just moved back here from Atlanta 2 years ago, and we're living the dream.
I'm going to have to start walking around the Rights Union more. Maybe my forever's in there.
I know, right? Exactly. Well, can you talk to us a little bit about the UF license plate and what this supports at UF?
Yeah, thank you so much. We're super excited that there's a brand new license plate on the roads. If you haven't seen them, they're amazing. Gator blue background with the gator skin, and they look fantastic. But University of Florida Alumni Association partners with the state for this UF tag, and you can get your new tag for just $30 plus your regular registration fees. And a portion of that goes back to UF to support student scholarships. So we're grateful to have as many of those on the road. There are currently 93,000 UF tags on the roads in the state of Florida, which is the number one, in many ways. We're number one in college tags on the road as well.
Wow.
As well as academics now, too.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly. I know. I'm going to have to get mine since I'm graduating in the spring. Going to have to order that.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about how we can make that switch once that does happen?
Yeah, it's really easy. In fact, anybody that's even here in town can go down to John Power Tax Collector. I think they're open today, and they've been a great partner for UFAA. But anytime within 3 months of your renewal window, you can renew that. Or if you just want to straight up get a brand new tag, you can do that at any tax collector office across the state of Florida.
Wow, we're going to have to do that.
So, of course, speaking of, the Alumni Association and all they do, not just for the Gators, but for us as well. As we mentioned, the Alumni Association is sponsoring this broadcast. We're so grateful for your support. Can you tell us a little bit about how alumni and Gator fans can connect with that, and what's the benefit of the membership?
Yeah, we are so appreciative of our members and our student members. I was just with our students today, Alumni Tomorrow group, yesterday morning, handing out Beat T-shirts, which is super fun. So much energy, and we are grateful for their support for the Florida Cicerones as a part of the Alumni Association. For alumni in general, it's great to be a member. We have a special right now, even on lifetime memberships, where we have $170 off of lifetime memberships to celebrate the 170 years since UF's founding in 1853. So it's a fantastic deal, and particularly if any students are watching, you can get a lifetime membership for the Alumni Association for just $230 with that deal. So, but you get all kinds of benefits. For those that aren't aware, Emerson Alumni Hall, right across the street from the Swamp, hosts Gator Nation tailgates every Saturday, home game Saturdays. You can come in, enjoy some air conditioning, clean bathrooms, great food, big screen TVs, and catch up with all your friends from over the years at UF.
You have me sold. I would definitely want to catch up, and big screen and air conditioning sounds wonderful now.
All the events at the Alumni Hall are so cool. I remember as a kid, I used to always go out and there would be the piñata outside the Alumni Association, and there was always "Hit Me With Your Best Shot" by Pat Benatar playing, and I would always go out there really tiny and hit the piñata. So yeah, and my parents are alumni as well, so
Fantastic.
It's really great to be part of this community now as the second generation Gator.
We love Legacy Gators, and I'm sure as y'all may have done as well, a lot of people line up to take their picture with the Albert and Alberta statue right outside of Emerson Alumni Hall. So that's always classic to have as a part of your UF photo album.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us, James. We are so glad that you could be here with us, and we are now going to take it back to the streets where the parade is happening. We're going to take it to WUFT reporter Chris Will, who has 2 kiddos on the street. And behind us, before we do that, we have Krishna. They have decorated their flow, and they are coming down with music and bright colors.
The Hare Krishna community is really prevalent here in Gainesville. They provide lunch for students on campus as well, which I have enjoyed many a time.
Yeah, I've yet to try it, but
are you serious?
I gotta get to it. I know. But we're gonna toss to WT's reporter now, Chris Will, who has 2 kiddos on the street.
Thank you, Jacob and Kennedy. Things are really starting to ramp up here on street level. I'm joined by Charlie and Caden. What are you guys looking forward to today?
We're kind of looking forward to the Gator game tomorrow.
Yeah? Who do you think is going to win tomorrow?
The Gators.
The Gators. What have you seen so far in this parade? What's kind of been the best thing so far?
Like Albert and Alberta and the Indian people. And
You like the Army, and you liked Albert and Alberta?
Yeah, I like the kids who came and threw the guns in the air.
Yeah, I saw you guys doing some pretty good Gator chomps. Can you give me one for the camera real quick? Good job. So, what else are you looking forward to today? Anyone else you're looking forward to seeing?
Not really.
And how long have you guys been coming to this?
I've been here every year.
Every year? And you guys ran the race today, right?
Yes.
How did that go? Who won?
We don't know.
Who won between you two?
Her
How fast did you run it?
really fast.
Really fast?
But I had to stop at a bunch of points. I got a bunch of sand in my shoe, so I had to stop at the end of the sand road and dump it out.
That happens sometimes. Well, we're looking forward to the rest of this parade. Back to you, Jacob and Kennedy.
Thank you, Chris. We're tripping over each other. Yeah, I was one of those kids a long time ago, and now I'm still here.
Yeah.
And we are still on WUFT-TV for our coverage of the 100th UF Homecoming Parade. I am still Jacob Sasse.
And I'm still Kennedy Mason. We are so glad that you are here joining us live on WUFT-TV or wherever you're joining us, whether that's on Facebook or Instagram.
And we were just joined by WUFT-FM's Glenn Richards, and now it's another Morning Edition reunion for me. Those who work with me know I am a huge fan of the woman sitting next to me. She is an incredible meteorologist who serves our area and so many more areas. We have meteorologist Megan Borowski of the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network.
WUFT-TV.
So please tell us a little bit about what you do and what you do for specifically not just UF Weather Center, but also FPREN.
Well, I want to say, first of all, that I'm a huge fan of both of you. You are doing a fantastic job today. But a little bit about us and us at WUFT and the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network. It's really neat. We're a group of meteorologists and producers based here in Gainesville, but we provide weather coverage and for emergency events for all our public radio stations across the state of Florida. So, for example, this past year when we had Hurricane Idalia make landfall along the Nature Coast, we were producing content for all of our impacted stations, anywhere from the Tallahassee market, the Jacksonville market, even down to Fort Myers. We're there during those hard-hitting and important events to get emergency information out to the public.
Yeah, of course, and obviously that just listening to it, it sounds like such a huge responsibility. I mean, it's a really important service that you all, provide. How does that weigh on you ever?
You realize the gravity of the situation, when you're covering these weather events. And so, it's during those times that we really make sure we step up. And we know the public might be frightened or scared of what might be happening. So it's our job to stay calm, to get the information out on how citizens can prepare and how they can ride out the storm. So our job is to stay calm and to be that microphone getting that safety information out to the public. So it's a huge responsibility, and we're honored to be able to be there communicating to the public.
Yeah, and as a student with WUFT, I was also a part of that hurricane coverage, and I know how significant it is. But how are other students involved in the weather coverage, specifically meteorologists in training?
Absolutely. So we have a meteorologist in training program here at WUFT. And what we like to do is mentor them on how to communicate weather information. And so during our FPRIN coverage, we will have students in our studio, and they'll shadow us and they'll watch us doing coverage, and they'll also help us gather information, put that information out on social media, and help us with the various forms of audio, digital, and TV coverage that we have to produce. But on a day-to-day basis, those MITs that we call them, meteorologists in training, they'll shadow us, and then also they will, as if you watched First at 5, they will do weather hits on the First at 5 weathercast.
Yeah, of course. And fun fact, I was almost a part of that program. Unfortunately,
Yes.
I do so much. Well, also fortunately, I do so much that I wasn't able to work into my schedule.
We'll still try to snag you and get you into the
Just once.
Exactly. And you're finishing up your master's degree here at UF. So what does a degree from a top university like UF mean to you?
It's amazing. I stop and think all the time. I am so blessed that I am able to do my job and be a broadcast meteorologist while at the same time continuing my education. I'm a student in the geography department. My coursework is in climate science, atmospheric science, and I'm able to do research in the meteorology field. So it is just such an honor that the CJC has allowed me to balance my job and the graduate studies, and I'm hoping I can give it back and use what I've learned getting my master's degree and help the next generation of meteorologists.
Absolutely.
Of course, it's a lifetime of learning.
It
always.
absolutely is, as we know. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We are so happy to have you here.
Anytime, you guys. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Well, we're going to toss it back to the parade on the streets. We have the Hispanic Heritage Association behind us. Look at all of those balloons. Everyone is dancing on the street. You can see the balloons behind them. They have flags, and they are just dancing their way down University Avenue. This started this morning at 13th Street, and it goes all the way down University. As you know, Jacob, this is a different parade route than in some years past. This hasn't always been the parade route.
That's right. Of course, it used to come down in front of the Alumni Association, Emerson Hall on University Avenue, but of course we've seen some speed bumps installed along that road in recent years, so it's not possible to bring those vehicles and those floats down that path anymore, but we are so happy that we're still able to put it on. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of biased because we get a really great seat to see it when it comes down this way.
It's true, we do. It's a gorgeous day out too. I'm so happy that the weather is holding up. I know, as our forecaster Derek Getter said, that she thought maybe it was going to rain this morning, but that did not happen. We are so grateful, and people continue to come down. Oh my goodness. Coming down the street are adorable
It is the
cheerleaders.
Gainesville Gators Pop Warner Cheer and Football. It is so fun, and of course, when you think of a university, you think of college-age students, but UF, as I mentioned and as I experienced growing up here, has such a wide impact on the community, and even if you're not involved in the university in any way, you are still touched by its culture.
All right, we are going to toss it now to one of our WUFT reporters, Nicole Borman, who is out on the street where the parade is happening.
Hey guys, I'm Nicole Borman, and I'm here right now with Graham and Santi, two participants in this morning's Gator Gallop. Tell me guys, 2 mile run, how was that like?
It
was great. I beat Santi, so I'm proud of myself.
He definitely beat me. I got a little tired and ended up walking for a good portion of it, but it was good.
Honestly, I would have done the same. I saw them going down the street and I was like, wow, I literally could never. How did you guys prepare for that this morning?
I mean, I was pretty tired. I woke up and I decided I needed to rally and finish strong.
Obviously. What about you?
Some light stretching, a bottle of water, and we're good.
Did you guys carry, how much water did you have to carry with you? Because honestly, I would have been out of a water bottle in the first 3 minutes.
I knew there were water stations, so we didn't bring any. I knew that they were prepared for us.
Yeah, those water stations saved us.
Thank you, Gator Gala, for all the water stations. You definitely helped these participants. Do you guys plan on doing this again in the future? Is this something you guys see happening again?
Yeah, I mean, homecoming and Gator Gala the whole week is a great UF tradition. This year specifically super special with it being the centennial year of Florida Blue Keys, so it's a great tradition and we absolutely love being out here for sure.
Absolutely. What about you?
Of course, I'm doing this every year. It's awesome.
Have you guys participated in the past or?
I've participated in 2 years past since my freshman year, so since I've been at UF, I've definitely wanted to participate in all the events.
Wow, that is some commitment to that. What about you? That's your first time?
First year running. And
how was that like as your first time?
Oh, it was amazing. I'm doing it next year 100%.
Were there any like crazy floats you guys saw on the way there? Anything like that? I know it started off at the beginning. Anything like that?
Crazy floats?
In the parade? I mean, we came specifically to see some people who were in the beginning that we wanted to take pictures of and see in the parade, but I mean, all the floats have been great.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Hey, it's okay.
Stepping on each other.
I know. It's the way it goes. I love it.
Well, this is still the 100th UF Homecoming Parade on WUFT-TV, UF socials, our socials, anywhere you're joining us. And I am Jacob Sadesi.
And I'm Kennedy Mason. Like we've been saying, we're so happy that you're here. The parade is going on down University Avenue. Now, we have had so many festivities throughout the week. Like always, we had Gator Growl last night at the O'Connell Center that started at 6 p.m. We had the festival at the Plaza of Americas that started at 9:30, and Gator Gallop at 10 a.m. As Nicole just mentioned, so many people get up and run those 2 miles for Gator Gallop. I know I've talked to a lot of parents and families who love to run Gator Gallop. It's a tradition here. I personally am not somebody to get up on a holiday like this and run, but I applaud all of those who do. What about you, Jacob?
I was telling Kennedy earlier, I do like to run. I really enjoy it. I love, especially on Thanksgiving, which we've got coming up, I love going for walks with my family. And I totally would have ran this morning if I did not have to have makeup and hair done at 7 a.m. I had my friend Misty Webb, who is actually an alum of the program, called her up. I said, Misty, fix my hair. And that's what we did. Or else I would have been out there.
Exactly. Wow. Good for you. Good for you. Not me. Probably not. I like to run, but not on days like this. Not on days like this.
It is hot.
It is hot. It's really hot. Well, we have floats still coming down University Avenue, and
yes,
fans are going crazy.
We have IRHA now coming up, actually just passing us. And then it seems like we've got a little bit of a pause, but coming up, then we have Auto ER with this absolutely amazing float. We've got a football field.
And look at these people on your screen doing that Gator chomp. You know it's great to be a Florida Gator.
And is that a guy with a car on his head?
I think it might be. And he just passed your screen just a minute ago. There he is again.
There he is.
Right by the truck. Yeah, I think he has a car on his head, which is impressive. He's got to be hot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And Albert and Alberta, I'm sure they are a little toasty today, too. They are beloved here at the University of Florida. Well, Gainesville is such a special place to both of us, me as a student and just being able to spend my 4 years of college here, but also you as a Gainesville resident.
Yes, as we are lovingly or sometimes unlovingly called ACRs, which stands for Alachua County Residents. I grew up here, I've spent my entire life here. I don't know anything else. and my mom has also worked for the university my entire life. So I've been part of this community for so long, and it's so special to be a part of this parade.
Coming down, I was just about to say, we had Children's Trust of Alachua County. They're waving. They've got little fans to cool them off. That's genius.
Can we go get one?
I know, right? Right? Can we? Can we really? I'm sure this is so special to you, being back here hosting UF Homecoming. I went to the Thanksgiving Day parades in New York City, and it feels like that, but on a local level, which is just so special.
Yeah, I mean, it's really that great small town feel that we have here. We certainly have been getting a lot more developed in recent years. I know you live at the Standard, and that didn't exist for most of my life, and it was built on the side of the road on my way to school every morning, and I watched it come up, and now it's here, and it's just a part of our community. And so we are getting a little bit of that bigger feel and some of the resources that bigger cities start to get, but at the same time, it still has that really small town local part.
It does. It really does. And like I said, it is a great day out here. It's a little hot, but we are going to toss to WUFT forecaster Dara Getter, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the weather this weekend.
I'm here with Destiny and Poppy. So this is the 100th Homecoming Parade. What does that mean to you as a Gainesville resident?
It's just a really big source of community for us. It's great to be out here to get the students and the rest of the community together, yeah.
Yeah, Poppy, how excited are you that this is the 100th parade? Yeah, I'm excited, Destiny's excited, Poppy's excited. We have amazing energy out here. Kennedy and Jacob, I'm sending it back to you.
That is great. Thank you, Dara. Now we are being serenaded by the Buholtz, the Bobcats, if I'm not mistaken, marching band.
And
fun little fact, if you watched our sportscast before, Juliana Reckenbaugh, one of our sportscasters who recently graduated, she went to Buholtz, so she was also a Gainesville resident with me. And yeah, it's really cool to see all these local bands playing.
Hey, maybe those Buholtz cheerleaders and all the cheerleaders that have passed today will be future cheerleaders for the University of Florida. We are going to listen to the band now coming up.
You love it and you want to hear more of the bands.
Wow, that was incredible. They were absolutely amazing. I wonder if those Buholtz students are going to be future UF students. They were amazing, and I don't know what goes into auditioning for the UF Gator Band, but I'm sure it's a process. I'm sure it's competitive.
You know what? I have a few friends in the Gator Band. I should ask sometime.
You should ask
I have
them.
one semester left. It's never too late.
Exactly, and they absolutely killed it. Also, the cheerleaders, they were amazing. Maybe they'll be future Gator cheerleaders.
We're actually, now is the Independence Studio, of course, being raised here. I know many of my friends danced with Independence. I danced for a little while. When I was in high school, I did tap and jazz and a little bit of hip hop too. So of course the arts are very close to my heart, and it's so cool always to see organizations that people I know are involved in.
Exactly. They look great. They were absolutely stunning with their dances. And
So now we're being joined by 2 Fiesta Radio, 97.3 FM.
yes. And the music is incredible that they're playing. It's so fun. Look at those students sitting and enjoying. They have their orange and blue pom-poms. Look at that sound. That is an awesome float. They've got a little graduation cap on the top of their truck. That's cool.
And they've got the DJ.
Oh, look, they have 100 on their balloons for that 100 years of UF homecoming and Gator Growl. We love to see it. And 2 Fiesta keeps coming down the road. That is some awesome music. Wow. I feel like I want to get up and dance to that. That's awesome. And we have some sorority and fraternities coming down.
I'm not well versed in my Greek life. Kennedy, can you tell me?
Well, they are doing their sorority sign. That was Delta, Gamma, and Beta, I believe.
And now we are being followed by the Gator bikers on motorcycles.
Look at the guys in the back. That was really cool. Coming down the street. Wow. That is an awesome float of ballerinas.
Oh my gosh. So this is actually the dance company of Gainesville, and this is, I believe Cinderella is being portrayed on this float, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the performance that they put on every year.
Yes.
And I know a few of my friends also were involved with dance company.
Yes. And they have that sign, Let the Gator Growl. As we know, Gator Growl happened last night for its 100th year with Jason Derulo performing. What an incredible time. I was not there.
Oh, look at the dog. Now we're seeing Newberry Animal Hospital.
Yep, exactly. That's so incredible. Look, they've got let's see. They've got
Is that a gator on the stroller?
It's a gator on the stroller coming down.
Look at that.
That
Not
is awesome.
something you see every day.
And a real dog. We have that's awesome. Look at that dog. That's adorable.
I love little dogs like that.
I know. I have 2 small dogs, so.
I've always wanted a Chihuahua.
Well, I've always wanted a gator, you know? I think that would be cool.
Really?
For my pride. My pride.
Could you
My
shut both
gator
of your
pride.
eyes at night with a gator sleeping in your house?
You know, maybe a blow-up one like they had. I think that's what I need in my room.
Okay, that's more like it.
All right, we are going to toss it now to WFT reporter Nicole Borman, who is on the street at the homecoming parade.
Hi guys, I'm Nicole Borman. I'm here with Alexis, who is a freshman at UF this year. Can you tell me a little bit about how excited you are?
Dude, this has been so crazy, so awesome. I woke up this morning at 11 and I was like, what's all that screaming outside? And I went outside, apparently there was a parade, and I was like, dude, this is cool, this rocks.
So this is your very first homecoming parade. Are there any floats that have stood out to you, anything exciting that you weren't expecting?
I wasn't expecting to get so groovy at like 11 in the morning. I saw like a lot of the band floats, and I was like, man, that takes a lot of talent. I don't have a lot of rhythm in my body, so it was definitely a cool experience, I feel.
So what has your experience been like at UF so far? It's a new environment for you. It's the beginning of your your freshman year of the fall semester. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I can't really complain. Like it's been a lot of fun. It's nothing a lot like Miami. I come from there, so shout out to the 305. So it's definitely a lot cooler. Like this kind of small town living is a lot to get used to, but it's a lot of fun.
So that's a really far away. That's like 6 hours away. Like how was that transition for you?
well, I mean, getting out of the car, it was kind of refreshing to stretch my legs a little bit. But actually being in Gainesville, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, you meet a lot of cool people in college, and I can't complain. Like, well, I don't even know what these guys are doing. This is a good time, man.
We got people in onesies right now. Look how exciting that is. Like, all of this is brand new to you. Did you plan on coming to UF? Was this your #1 school? Like, how do you feel about coming here?
I mean, coming here, like, I really didn't think I was going to get in. I didn't think I was smart enough. I still don't feel like I'm smart enough to get in here.
I think you are.
I had a lot of cool school options, but like this one stuck out to me because it's as far away as I can get from my parents without having to leave Florida. So I think we got a good mixture of things.
Alexis, if your parents are tuned in right now, he loves you so much, and he's very glad to be here. Do you have any other? Are you looking forward to any floats? Do you have any idea of like any of them that are going to come down?
I don't know if you can top a guy dressed in a gator costume, a little gator onesie. I think that screams school spirit in and of itself. So I don't think you can really top that, you know, like unless like, I don't know, man. It sounds pretty good where it's at.
Well, if we're looking down the street right now, I can actually see, come over here, you can see a guy in a giant chicken costume. What are your predictions as to what organization that might be?
I don't know. To me, that kind of feels like it's got to be farm related, you know, like I wouldn't be surprised if he does a flip or something. Maybe just like some interpretive dance.
You're totally right. Well, thank you so much, Alexis. Back to you guys at the desk.
Wow. And there is that chicken. Thank you so much, Nicole. If you are just joining us, this is still the 100th UF Homecoming Parade, and I am Jacob Sadesi.
I'm Kennedy Mason. Thanks for joining us. So the parades, or the floats that just passed us in the parade were Young Life and College Moving. For those of you who are not on the streets and are just tuning in from home, the Young Life float was incredible. We are so happy to see so many awesome floats and awesome organizations. This is a day when the University of Florida and the Gainesville community really come together. You know, College Moving reminds me of that because it's a Gainesville organization, company, and they get to help University of Florida students move in to their places, sometimes even freshmen, which I know it's a nerve-wracking feeling to first start out.
It's special though, and you know, you may not need to call movers with our new UF president. I heard, did you see he was out moving refrigerators into students' dorm rooms?
I did, yes. He was out there moving those little mini fridges, and I heard that his son was also there helping him. I'm sure that was such a cool experience. If I was a freshman, I'd be very excited. Let's just say that, to say the least.
I know our former president, Dr. Fox, used to love the selfies, so I'm sure a few of them grabbed selfies with President Sasse, too.
I'm sure, yes. Well, you know, they just talked about how the parade is different this year. This is Equestrian Gators behind us.
That is, and just before that, we had Cricket Wireless.
Yes, and the Equestrian Gator float is awesome. They've got that Go Gators sign, giving us that Gator chomp.
And as you see coming into frame now, we've got that truck all decked out in streamers, orange, blue, and white.
Yes, I love it. It looks great. They're really showing that Gator pride, and they look so happy. I'm kind of jealous they're in tank tops and shorts.
Oh.
It's a little hot out here, but I know that they're enjoying it. And look at all of those people sitting on the side of University enjoying. You know, we have about 450,000 alumni globally here at the University of Florida, which is crazy.
And I know one of our interview guests just mentioned a moment ago the you know, the imposter syndrome that you kind of feel.
Yeah.
You know, being in an organization that big, do I really fit in? But really, you got to believe in yourself. It's half the battle.
It is indeed. Well, we're going to toss to WUFT reporter Reagan Shepard, who is out on the streets.
Hey guys, I'm here with Aiden and Charlie, who are 12 and 9 years old, coming out to celebrate homecoming with us here. How excited are you to be here today?
It's a really, it is so exciting to see all, every, community in Florida just to come together and do this.
What about you? How exciting is it to be out here today?
A couple years ago, our dad was in this, and it's just really sad that he's not in it anymore.
He was a part of the parade before?
Police officer.
Okay. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Have you seen any floats out here that have been eye-opening or surprising to see? Or what's your favorite float you've seen so far?
And there's too many, I can't decide. It's just everything. It's a lot.
Yeah? You want to talk a little bit about like what your dad did in the parade and everything?
One year he came over and he rode on the motorcycles and he put out his foot and we gave him a little bump with our foot.
Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds cool. Well, what are you looking forward to for the game tomorrow? Or do you have any sort of players that you're looking forward to seeing play?
Well, we really need to lock down on our penalties. We're shooting ourselves in the gun a lot with it. I really want to see like our defense show up a little bit more. We gave up a lot of points, and we just need to. There's a lot of things we need to lock in against Vanderbilt.
Well, you heard him. It's a 12-year-old right here. Defense, y'all better lock up. Back to you guys at the desk. Thanks so much.
In all my years of life, I still don't understand football that much.
Well, that 12-year-old, I think, is a future sportscaster. That was incredible. Wow. He knew what he was talking about.
You know, our program would be a great place for him to be. Like,
I know, it's true.
Our students get experience on air like we're doing today, and you can also do news and weather, as Megan told us earlier, and you can also give the sports news.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Well, we have some more floats coming down our way. They have that orange and blue balloon going on. Oh, and they're giving us a 2 bits, 4 bits.
All for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. They are looking great. And I am so excited for the game tomorrow, UF versus Vanderbilt. Are you going, Jacob?
I will be looking at it with my eyes glazed over. Yay, sports.
Yes.
Don't know what's going on, but super cool for everybody involved.
Yes,
Great
absolutely.
fun.
I know. Well, I'm hoping for a win. I think they said earlier it's 71 out of 99 homecoming games that we have won. So let's make this 72 out of 100. 72%. That's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. I think we've got it in the bag. Well, thank you for joining us. If you are just joining us, this is the 100th UF Homecoming Parade 2023. We are so glad to have you. I'm Kennedy Mason.
And I am Jacob Sadesi. The parade rolls on for the 100th time. It is a historic year, and not only is it the 100th year, but it is also the year that UF reached #1 in terms of public universities. So the energy is just out of this world this year, and with good reason.
It is. I know. I feel honored to go to such an incredible public university. We're going to toss it now to WUFT's reporter Nicole Borman. Nicole, what you got for us?
Hi guys, I'm Nicole Borman and I'm here right now with the brothers of ATO. They have a house right on the corner over here with the best seats in the house. Tell me a little bit about your guys' view right now.
I mean, respectfully, I think it's the best view in all of Gainesville. Every year we come out there, we sit, we have a lot of fun. It's always a great time. I'm from New York, so I don't get parades like this, but I'm so glad it's every year. And yeah, I love University of Florida. Go Gators!
What are your guys' thoughts on this seating?
So pretty much Homecoming Parade is like the coolest events here, and we love having a great view on 13th Street. So every morning the brothers wake up and we're excited this morning, and we set up some couches and stuff, and as always, go Gators.
So whose idea was this? Was that any of you guys or someone else?
Oh, it's just a standing tradition that we have. Everybody goes outside. Obviously it's a beautiful day today, so we're just glad to be outside.
So how much sunscreen are you guys wearing? None? None at all?
Get a nice tan on.
Oh, honestly, but I guess you guys are a little bit in the shade over there, so you might be safe from the sun's rays. But honestly, have you guys been enjoying the parade so far? Like, what has been your favorite float? Anyone?
Definitely Johnny Townsend Foundation is a brother of ours, so it's great to have him out here and supporting. He's doing a great job. So
Awesome. So I can imagine when he went by, like all of you guys are absolutely going crazy. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and back to you guys there at the desk.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Now coming down is Eastside High School's band. We're going to take a listen to that, and then we have a very special guest with us.
You are not going to want to miss it.
Wow, it truly is great to be a Florida Gator, as they said. Well, we have a very special guest with us today.
Yes, we are joined by the mayor of the city of Gainesville, Mr. Harvey Ward. Thank you so much for being here. Obviously, this is such a big day for the UF community as well as the Gainesville community. Can you tell us just, first how you're feeling?
Well, first of all, it's really great timing because I'm also an Eastside grad.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the first mayor of Gainesville to graduate from Eastside High School, so go Rams.
Wow, that's awesome.
I grew up here in Gainesville, so it really is special to the community. I know how special it is to the community. We're one of the very few, if not the only, university city where we shut down all the schools and half the businesses so everybody can come out and be a part of the homecoming event. And that really is, it's a thing that makes Gainesville special and different, and one of my favorite days of the year.
Yeah.
I know I never missed it when I was at Finley, which is now, of course, Carolyn Beatrice Parker. And first, we just wanted to ask you, of course, we've already seen quite a bit of the parade. There's still more to come. Is there anything that you liked or anything you're excited to see?
So I was fairly close to the beginning of the parade, in the parade, and that was a different experience. I've been a city commissioner for a number of years. This is my first year as mayor, so it's the first time I've been in the parade. Totally different experience. My arm's a little sore from all the chomping all the way down.
Sure.
But I always enjoy seeing the Mighty Rams and the Gator Band and all the bands, really. I mean, that's what makes a parade, right? It's a lot of fun.
Well, I know being from Gainesville and being the mayor, of course, Gainesville is so important to you. So just tell us a little bit why the city is so important to you.
Well, so we're the 12th largest city in Florida, about 145,000 people, but we serve so many hundreds of thousands more than that. People send their children to be educated here at the University of Florida in our city. People come from all over the world to be healed at our health centers. We have a far greater impact than most cities our size. And that means a lot to us. We are here as a community to serve, but also to be served by these institutions. We get opportunities here to, as folks say, punch above our weight when it comes to sports opportunities or cultural opportunities that most cities our size just don't have. I reach out to other university communities, mayors pretty regularly. I talk to the mayor of Athens, mayor of Knoxville, mayor of both Columbias, and keep a pretty close contact with them. We have a different relationship. I mean, this is the Gainesville University of Florida relationship is different and more special. And we're just really happy to try to improve this relationship with me in my first year as mayor and President Sasse in his first year. Very much looking forward to a tighter collaboration and making sure that it serves both entities well.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm sure the homecoming and the parade serves a big part in that. So can you tell us about what the importance of this event is to our community?
Sure. This is one of those things that brings the community, folks who may never have anything to do with the University of Florida, in proximity and makes you feel, I've always thought, as part of something bigger. And it brings a lot of students who might never get into the community otherwise out into the community. It's one of those things that forces everything together and makes the town and gown divide just sort of dissolve.
Absolutely. And obviously this day is so great and so fun. We don't want to get too serious,
yeah.
But what are some of the main issues on your plate in terms of the city of Gainesville?
So we're always working on a variety of things. Some things we're very excited about. We're going to rebuild Citizens Field and the MLK complex over the next couple of years. We have invested or prepared to invest with some other partners about $25 million in what we call the Eastside Health and Economic Development Initiative on Hawthorne Road. And that is a partnership partially with the University of Florida, UF Health, and Alachua County and the city of Gainesville. We'll be building a health center on Hawthorne Road. It's the kind of investment that has never been made out east. And it's a first of its kind sort of thing. To complement that, we're also going to include an RTS transfer center and some other commercial and residential opportunities there, really going big on East Gainesville. We are very, very serious about investment in our neighbors east of Waldo Road. A lot of Gainesville is doing great, but we've got to do a better job of investing in folks who maybe aren't doing great. And that starts with bold initiatives like this. We're very, very proud of that. We're rehabilitating a lot of city facilities over the next couple of years. is a tremendous amount of work to do. Like any city, we are working very hard on our housing affordability issues. Again, those are national, so we're working really hard on that. Pedestrian safety is something that matters to everybody in our community, but especially here near campus. We've been able to work with Florida Department of Transportation to make University Avenue safer, and we have a lot more to do, but you're going to see a lot of that happen. We've got an $8 million grant from the federal government to work on University Avenue. Some really great things are coming from that.
That's awesome. Well, we are going to go to the street really quick to our forecaster, WUFT Dara Getter. Dara.
So we're out here with
Nyla Holland,
Valentina Valderrama. As you can see, we have some folks passing by right now, but we're here at the 100th Homecoming Parade. What does that mean to you guys?
I was really excited because I love being in the Army ROTC, and I'm glad that I got to be here.
I really didn't want to come here at first, but it was really worth it. I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad you had a lot of fun. You guys were carrying the bow?
Yep, we were switching on and off, but it's fine.
Okay, at least you're getting a break from that. I'm sure that was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
How long have you been coming out here to these parades?
Well, I'm a freshman, so this was my first parade.
This is also my first.
And it's also my first parade. Kennedy and Jacob, I'm going to toss it back to you guys.
Yes, thank you so much, Dara. We are back here once again, joined by City of Gainesville Mayor Harvey Ward. So earlier, just before we tossed over to Dara in the field, you mentioned that you hope to end pedestrian and cyclist deaths in our city, and of course, it's an issue that's really near and dear to the UF community's heart. I know we have seen so many of our classmates lost to accidents, but how do you hope to tackle that issue?
So it is true that Florida is the most dangerous place to be a pedestrian. Just is. The most dangerous place in America to be a pedestrian or a cyclist. We do better than most Florida cities, but we have to do even better. We have to eliminate pedestrian and cyclist deaths. We are doing that by rebuilding roads where we can. I would urge folks to take a look at South Main Street, south of Depot Avenue, for an example of what a complete street really can be. We did that starting 2018 through about 2021, and we're applying those same principles to University Avenue in pieces. We'll be doing that hopefully on 13th Street as well. You know, those are where the problems are. Waldo Road. Now, these are also mostly state roads, and we have to partner with Florida Department of Transportation to make this a reality, but they have been, traditionally, they've been very hard to work with. But for the last couple of years, we have made great strides in that relationship, and I'm just very pleased that they are part of the team now, and that they want to achieve the same ends that we are trying to achieve. So we're going to save lives.
Absolutely. Just one more question. We know you have 3 daughters, future Gators.
One of them is a Gator.
Oh,
yeah, she's a freshman this year, and she and my youngest, who's 12, are here watching the parade right now. And my 15-year-old is doing some other school things elsewhere in the city right now. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
I believe I did a performance with your oldest daughter actually a few years back. I'm trying to remember what it was, but she is involved in theater, yes?
She is, yes. Yep.
So yeah,
Super cool that
Worlds
one of
collide.
them is already
Very
a
exciting.
Gator. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you all
Mayor.
for having me. I
Yes,
appreciate it.
We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Have a
good.
great day.
Thanks.
Enjoy your homecoming weekend.
Thanks, you too. All right.
Thank
Bye.
you so much. We're going to bring it back to the parade where there is lots of dancing and sparkles and fun. And they've got
we want to thank everybody who's been commenting on the live stream as well. WUFT-TV is not the only place where you can be joining us. We have got this going on Facebook and YouTube as well. So if you decide you want to head out and join in on the fun, you can still watch us.
Yes. Thank
Don't
you
fear.
so much for being here. It is such a special day for all of us as Gator students and alumni. Wow, this is incredible. They are jamming to the music. bus that is following, and
This is the
I
Pace
think-
Center for Girls.
yeah, I think I need to take a trip on it. And behind that we have Shula's, which is coming right about now. I've never been to Shula's. Have you, Jacob? And after Shula's, we have Florida Milk coming, who provides us lots of milk here in the state of Florida. We're so appreciative of them being here. I like the cows on the top of their golf carts. Those are cool. We have Fun for Gators Kids.
Oh,
following
Fun for
Florida.
Gator Kids, yes. Fun for Gator Kids is actually a website that serves our local community with, it strives to be a complete resource of everything going on for kids in our community. And I know that my family used that site quite a bit when I was growing up to find some fun things for me to do around town.
Wow.
So it is really cool to have them there.
That's awesome. We thank you so much for all of the organizations, the businesses, and everyone for being here.
And we're actually going to turn it over now to WFT's Reagan Shepard, who is still out there in the field, and she has found someone new that she wants to show us. Reagan, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Cezad and Julia, 2 members of this year's homecoming court. Can you guys tell me what it's like to be in this leadership position and what it's like to represent the university on this stage?
Yeah, I'm super grateful for this experience. Really, it's crazy to be here. From watching this parade from my freshman year and thinking like, oh, it'd be so cool to being there up there one day and actually being here now. It's like little freshman year's me's dream come true. So super grateful and blessed to be here and like represent all the organizations that I've been a part of these last 4 years.
That's amazing. And what are your thoughts?
Well, I think it just reminds me how it's great to be a Florida Gator, and I think through all of my leadership positions and through all of the things I'm involved in, it really just shows my love of the university, and it's just really exciting to be here, especially with the Gainesville community.
And as a senior myself, alongside 2 seniors, what is it like for this to be your last homecoming parade to celebrate here on campus with us?
Yeah, I don't think this is my last homecoming parade. I'm definitely going to be back, especially after today's experience. So I definitely see myself coming back. But it's sad to see that it's my last one as a student. But it's great to know that this tradition has been here for a long time. It's going to continue to the next generation of students. And someone else is going to be able to have the same experience being on court next year. So really have a lot of confidence in knowing that.
Absolutely. And it's so bittersweet. Just being here from freshman year to now, being able to just experience all of homecoming. It's been so wonderful and so amazing.
That's amazing. Can we get a Go Gators on 3? 1, 2, 3. Go Gators. Back to you guys at the desk.
Oh, it is always so great to see Julia Haley out there. We are both big fans of Julia Haley.
Yes, thank you, Julia, Reagan, and Cezad for all being out there. Congratulations again to you 2 on homecoming court for this 100th year of homecoming and the 100th year of Gator Girl, which is where you guys were last night. I did not get to see Jason Derulo last night. I am a little sad.
I basically saw it on Snapchat and every other social media app on my phone.
There
I
you
saw
go.
everybody there.
Shout out
it looked
social
like
media
a
for-
fabulous time.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we just got a shout out ourselves.
That is
We appreciate it. And
Too
we
cool.
just had the UF Law Float Pass.
as
and
well
they
as
were rocking it.
Florida Volleyball.
Florida Volleyball.
And now we are seeing the Santa Fe College Police, of course, as the same way that we have UFPD here on campus. Santa Fe has its own police department, and I also was a student at do you know how many things I was involved in here in town? I could talk about a personal experience with every single one of these organizations. Yes, I was a student at Santa Fe College. I have my associate's degree in theater from there. Go Saints. A huge fan of my time at Santa Fe. I completed it during dual enrollment. So I was just 16, 17 walking around Santa Fe campus.
There you
So
go.
safe, so fabulous, and such great experience.
Yes, Santa Fe is great, and it's a great way to be involved in the Gainesville community. Such a great educational opportunity with so many great majors, I'm sure theater was fabulous. And the floats keep coming down.
We have a little bit of a lull, but I see off in the horizon, you will all see shortly. Actually, you already do. But from my angle, I can see the side of the truck clearly, Sun Country Gymnastics.
And that girl just did, oh, she's tumbling
Another
her
one.
way down University.
Are we going for a third?
That is,
Oh.
She's great. Well, we're going to toss it to WUFT reporters, both Chris Will and Sarah Sowers, that are still on the street.
Hello, thank you. And crowds are thinning out just a little bit here, but we are still having such a blast on the street. I'm here with Chris Will. My name's Sarah Sowers, and we've got some friends that we'd like to introduce you to. They've been here all morning long. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
My name's Josie. My name's Ellis. My name's Janie. My name's Elsie.
Awesome.
How's the parade been so far for you guys?
It's been really good.
But you guys have had some fun using your baton. Tell me a little bit about that.
So, I got this baton last Monday, and I love it so much. It helps me calm down sometimes.
I'll let you all kind of slide in over here.
Awesome. And what was your favorite part of the parade? Can you tell me?
So my favorite part was probably the baton part, and it's really fun to be here. We go here every year. It's really fun.
Awesome. And can you guys show me a little bit what you do with your batons? Awesome.
All right.
Do you have any other tricks? That is so cool. We hope to see you in the band one day. Is that right? Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll toss it right back to you guys.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Once again, if you are just tuning in, or if you've been here since the very, very beginning, this is the 100th UF Homecoming Parade. I am still Jacob Sadesi.
And I'm Kennedy Mason. We are so glad that you are here joining us on WUFT or wherever you're tuning in, whether that's from home or even from the parade on the streets. Well, we have had the last parade flow already leave Norman, so everyone is on the street somewhere. We just had Mayor Harvey Ward join us for an interview, and he was actually in the parade. One of his daughters is a Gator, so she is a freshman enjoying her freshman year as a Florida Gator, which, you know, it's great to be a Florida Gator.
It certainly is. And we have someone here who is now the new leader of the Gator Nation. I was really hoping this was going to work out. I couldn't say anything, but now it is finally coming true. We are joined by the brand new 13th UF President, former Senator Ben Sasse. It is so great to see you on here. I've been trying to interview you since you started.
Go Gators!
What
we
a
are
day.
so
This is
happy
great.
to
Thanks for having me.
have you. Yes, thank you so much. So we just want to start by asking how it's been being the 13th president of a 107-year-old university.
This place is a wonderland. We've been here 8 months, having a blast. It's hard to get a better day than this, though.
Right.
I think I lost 4 pounds of water weight in like 72 minutes, and so I need the Pedialyte bad.
Oh yeah, and we're in these heavy outfits up here. We are feeling the heat more than probably most people on this parade.
Hot. So we read on the University of Florida website that you are a father, a husband, a historian, and an Uber driver.
Yeah, I was wondering, I mean, it's homecoming weekend. I might be out downtown tonight. If I pick up my phone and dial into Uber at 2 a.m., are you going to pick me up?
I'm in. You should know there is a puke surcharge. It's $150. At 2 a.m., the rules change. If you vomit in an Uber driver's car, she is going to have to clean that up, so it's a $150 charge. We might cut it in half for you.
Where did that come from?
It turns out market forces. No, I think the first part of that, husband, dad, football addict, that's all self-explanatory, but Uber driver, I love new tech and I love getting to know people where they live and they work. So over the course of the last 15 years, I've done a lot of stadium vending, a lot of Uber driving, drive a garbage truck, do police ride-alongs, do water stations at races, just had a heck of a parade. What a day.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Fascinating. I didn't know that about you.
I actually, when I started out here, my beat was covering technology. Technology is a really big part of my life. My mom, who's watching from the side, actually is a part of
Jacob's
UFIT. So
my mom is here as well.
I was raised with
Where's
technology.
Kennedy's mom? Kennedy's all right. There we are.
So
we'll get you guys on set in a bit.
Yeah, I was raised around technology, and it's a really important part of my life. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. You've been talking about technology so much, even since the selection process, which I covered. You've described Florida as the most dynamic state in the union, and you called it uniquely positioned to help Floridians maximize the state's potential as an economic and educational juggernaut. Those are strong words. What does that mean to you?
So Florida is the 15th largest GDP in the world if it were a standalone nation. It's roughly the same size as Mexico. And if Florida were a standalone nation, sorry to still be sweating on you, I sprinted most all the parade, and I haven't yet stopped. So
I saw your fist bumping.
there are a lot of 8-year-olds out there that need to scream "Go Gator" a lot, and I felt like I needed to indulge with them. If Florida were a standalone nation, it's not just the 14th largest GDP, it's the fastest growing of those 14 nations. And the dynamism of what's coming for our students is unbelievable. I mean, it's a pretty special thing to get to be both flagship and land grant. We're Texas and Texas A&M. We're UVA and VATech. And we serve this really interesting state, which has the diversity of 45 of 67 counties where ag is the #1 industry. And then you got a place like Miami, one of the fintech capitals of the next decade. So there is so much opportunity for our graduates, both to derive meaning out of service, but also to serve Floridians. It's a pretty exciting place to be. I'm thrilled to be here.
Absolutely, and obviously we rank #1 public university for the Wall Street Journal. And you said a little bit about things coming on the horizon. Talk to us about those things that are coming on the horizon.
I think there's a lot about technological disruption, to Jacob's point, that's both awesome and horrific, and awesome and horrific at the same time. Throughout human history, pretty much when you became 14 or 16 or 18 or graduated college at 22, when you started out in your main field of work, you were going to do that work until death or retirement, and that's never going to be true anymore. Average duration at a firm for a primary breadwinner when I was a kid in the 70s was 26 years. People might have had 2 jobs, they might have worked at 2 firms, but doing one kind of thing for their whole adult work life. Our students, when they're 30, 35, 40, the odds are overwhelming that they're not going to be in the same field they started in when they were 22, and we need to prepare people for lifelong learning, where technology is going to disrupt industry after industry. And at a consumer level, we all know it's awesome. At a producer level, it's a little bit scary, but I think Gators can go out and conquer this world, but we need to train them in a more dynamic way than has been the normal pattern for higher ed over the last 75 years.
That's right, and we're hoping Gators are going to go conquer the field tomorrow night. Of course, you're a football addict. How are you feeling about the odds? Are you excited?
It's going to be a great game. I get a vend in the stadium tomorrow night, too. I'm selling Gatorade in the south end zone, so I'm thrilled about the day. But cool. I think we're looking good. The team is on the rise. Obviously, recruiting is amazing. Billy's having to restore pieces of a culture that needed some resetting on the foundations, but I think the team's in a good place, and I feel great about tomorrow night.
Yeah. You got a score prediction?
I don't know what the line is. What's Vegas saying?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't looked.
All right, we don't talk about gambling. We're going to edit that part out.
That's okay.
Gators live. Gators by 2 touchdowns.
There you go. And this is a day that brings the University of Florida and the city of Gainesville, North Central Florida community together. Tell me what that means to you.
I mean, the fan support that we get in East Gainesville, heading out on University Ave and just seeing so many people coming 3 blocks from their home or 3 miles from their home and wanting to cheer the Gators. I think, at a town gown level, I know you had the mayor on. Harvey was here a little bit ago, wasn't he? I think at a town and gown level, there is so much synergistic benefit to both of us. The folks who get to come, students who get to come and be a part of this community for 8 semesters know that Gainesville is a really special place. I think this is the greatest college town in America right now. It's not just because as a Nebraska kid who grew up in a long winter tundra, the idea of seeing Spanish moss in February when we moved here, pretty glorious. Yeah. But there's so much community thickness, neighbor love that happens around here that's awesome, and obviously the city benefits and the county benefits from the dynamism of all the economic and cultural activity that our students and our faculty and staff bring to this place.
Yeah, and as I've mentioned like 50,000 times so far, I grew up here, so of course Gainesville has a really close place in my heart, and you've already mentioned a little bit about the relationship that UF and Gainesville have, but I want to know, like, adjusting to, coming from Nebraska and spending so much time in DC, now being here in Gainesville, what's it like? How's your life been?
Well, I didn't even know Dick Mondell's existed, and right now it's a line item on our budget. If they're a sponsor, great. If they're not, what the heck they ought to be. They need to write you all. Wait, we're PBS here.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. They're not writing you a check. Whatever the fake sponsorship thing is, where you claim it's not a sponsorship.
Viewers like you.
Viewers like you. Thank you so much. This place is just a wonderland. I think our students know it, but we need to become evangelists for why people need to spend part of every year in Gainesville for the rest of their life. And you see it with all of our alums that are back for this weekend. The Arkansas game on November 4th, hotels are requiring, I think, 3 and 4 nights instead of only 2-night reservation, because we've got basically a second homecoming coming in 4 weeks.
Yeah, my parents know that all too well. They tried to get a hotel, and it didn't work out so well.
You Airbnb in the house out there? Where's Jacob's mom? She disappeared.
She disappeared. Well,
she's shy.
She's shy. There's a fierce debate among UF students. What's better, orange or blue?
Oh, sheesh. That's like, I got 22 and 20-year-old daughters and a 12-year-old son. That's like asking me which of my kids I love the most. I'm not going to take a position on this, but I will say blue Gatorade is definitely the better flavor.
I agree. 1000%. The light blue or the dark blue?
Well, Gator blue.
Gator, of course.
W take. And I guess for our last question, to kind of send us off, you've been so optimistic about what the vision of the future of UF is, and you've been talking about it so much, and I really want you to remind our viewers, what do you really stand for, and what are you pushing for UF to be?
Yeah, so we have 16 colleges and schools, probably headed towards 17, and we have 86,000 souls on this campus. We have 40,000 undergrads. We got 19,000 grad students. We have 7,000 faculty that'll show up as instructors of record this year. We got 21,000 staff on this campus. These 86,000 people are the kind of community that everybody in the country wants to be able to be a part of. And we need to figure out how we get the dynamism of the energy people bring when they come and take it out into a world where we know that education is not a one-and-done thing anymore. Mm-hmm. You don't come to college, finish up, go get a job, and never have any new, fresh energy. We need our students to be able to come and go. We need to figure out how to create more programming that thinks across the 67 counties. What stuff needs to be delivered all in person, a lot of classes do, but also what can be delivered with the sort of dual modality of a lot of really good, thick, textured, hybrid curriculum. That extra voice that showed up in our ear is something, isn't it? She has a lot of energy. She loves the Gators. Yeah, I think it's clear she has no idea that she's going out to the world. Yeah. But we definitely have an opportunity to think about how we serve in the 66 counties where we're not going to deliver regular undergraduate education, but the land grant programming that we do isn't just ag. There's a lot of extension opportunities around public health, around lifelong learning, and our students are going to be a part of that come-and-go experience of hybrid modality going forward.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for being here. President Sasse, it is such an honor.
Please call me Ben. Jacob, nice to meet you. Kennedy, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
Ben.
Kennedy's
Thanks
mom.
for being
Thank
here.
you.
And we are going to take it to a commercial break.
Coach Billy Napier of your Florida Gators here to remind you the true strength of the Gator Nation is built by everyday MVPs like you. One great way for you to help us put big points on the board is by registering your new Gator license tag today. Our new Gator plate will keep you riding in style and support much-needed student scholarships. Get your new Gator license tag today by visiting ufplates.com, and remember, wherever you go, go Gator.